For the Horror with your hostess with the most Annabelle as always. Welcome back. So it is Friday. It is our documentary of the week. And I know I just did a horror documentary last week, but I'm going to go ahead and do another one. This one is kind of for Juanita, my girl Juanita Bonita. Yes, because we were actually kind of sort of talking about this a couple weeks ago. I told her I would actually talk about Never Sleep Again, the Nightmare on Elm Street Legacy. So I know majority of you guys have already seen this, but for the few of you who might not have seen this yet, oh my god, you need to check it out. Even if you're not, like, the biggest Nightmare on Elm Street fan, although it might help if you are, because this is, like, a 4-hour-long documentary. But, you know, even if you aren't, like, the biggest Nightmare on Elm Street fan, definitely check this out. It's really good. It's very much kind of like how the Crystal Lake Memories one is, where it really kind of goes through each sequel and everything, with the exception of the remake, because I know the remake had not been done yet, or made yet when this was released, but it is still a really good documentary. Like I said, it really talks about, like, each installment's really pretty in detail and stuff and everything. First, like, you know, they talk about, like, the first one, how that one really kind of came about, how, you know, it took a number of years for Wes Craven to really get someone to be interested in the script and everything and wanting to actually make this. Then finally, after like 3 or 4 years, Bob Shea ended up, like, reading, and it's like, hey, you know what, I like this movie enough to, you know, put money in it and everything. So they were doing it with New Line Cinema, and how New Line Cinema at that time, wasn't like a movie studio, wasn't making movies. They were just a distribution company, where they would get, like, buy the rights to different movies, like Pink Flamingos and Polyester and just all these different movies, and just kind of would, like, take them to different, like, theaters and everything to show these movies. I mean, that's basically all they were. They weren't, like I said, they weren't making movies or anything. So this, you know, so when people say, like, oh, you know, Freddy, or New Line Cinema is the house that Freddy built, that basically is true, because, you know, without this crispy, burnt motherfucker, there would be no New Line Cinema. For better or for worse, there would be no New Line Cinema and everything. But yeah, they go through, like, everything. Like I said, they go through, like, everything. They talk to a lot of different cast members and everything, which I really like. I really do like that they did get a lot of different cast members and everything. It's kind of too bad that we didn't get people such as, like, Johnny Depp in here, or Lawrence Fishburne, Patricia Arquette. I would love to kind of hear, like, their thoughts and experiences on making these movies, but of course, once again, I'm sure they're just kind of like, okay, that's kind of something I did, like, way back in the day. I wish that they would kind of show a little appreciation for us, considering we have such love for them ourselves for being in these movies, but oh well, you know, I'm not going to gripe about it too much, considering that we do have a lot of people in here, both actors and, like, special effects makeup artists, directors, screenwriters, you know, just all sorts of different people and everything. So yeah, this goes through, it goes through 1 through, Freddy versus Jason. It even talks about Freddy's Nightmares and everything, the TV show for a little bit and everything. So yeah, I mean, it goes through so many different things, and, you know, different things of how, like, different effects came about, like that roasted pig in number 3 in that dream sequence at the beginning with Patricia Arquette. Like, that was an actual freaking pig. Like, they let it spoil and everything, and just, I guess it smelled nasty, to even in the same movie that sort of doll that, or, like, that kid that she's supposed to be carrying, that turns into a skeleton. I guess they actually had something totally different, something else that they actually made up, and they, like, test on it and everything, like screenshots and everything. They're like, oh, we can't use it, it's too creepy. And they actually showed some of the pictures of, like, the model they were originally going to use, like the little thing that they were going to use, and that one I would have rather used have seen the original prop that they would have used, because that thing was freaky, but whatever, it wasn't used. And then they even talk about the infamous worm Freddy in part 3, that penis looking Freddy. Yeah, they decided to try and the reason why that thing looks kind of greenish blue is because they originally had it as like the, you know, the normal Freddy tone and everything, but of course, like I said, it looks so much like a penis, so now it just looks like a bluish green penis Freddy thing. I officially don't ever want to have sex with that image in my head now. I'm just saying, I'm becoming celibate and I'm never having fucking sex again. I'm gonna become a nun. But no, just, I mean, things like that are like, you know, I love about it. And they even talk about how, like, they replaced Patricia Arquette in part 5. Like, they were gonna initially use her, but, you know, they're kind of like, oh, well, you know, it was probably this, it was probably that, so they ended up using, like, Tuesday Night and everything. So, yeah, like, Tuesday Night looks totally different. At least when she did this, she looks so totally different in the documentary compared to when she was in the movie. Like, so different. Like, I was almost like, are you the same actress? But I think it's a lot of face work. I mean, I'm not gonna judge, whatever. But yeah, just a lot of different things, a lot of different sort of like things that they talk about in this, in depth about things. Just so many great things. Like, if you guys have not checked this out, definitely check it out. Like I said, it's pretty long, but it's kind of nice because a lot of times when I watch this, like I haven't watched it all the way through in quite a number of years. Usually what I'll do is I'll watch like maybe 2 or 3 chapters of this at a time, just because it is so long. But yeah, it is so good, you guys. Definitely check this out. Let me know what you guys think of this documentary. Some of the facts that you found interesting in this. But till next time, you guys, as always, stay creepy, classy, and a little bit sassy.